Everybody, so the next captivating speaker we're about to bring to the stage is Carla Lomack. She's somebody that has a lot of information and knowledge. Please welcome to the stage, Carla Lomack. Everybody give her a hand.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'd like to start out with gratitude to say thank you to the sponsors for this wonderful event. I've had the privilege and honor of knowing Mr. Randolph Love from Jack's Bridges and some other connections. And it's amazing to see small businesses grow and evolve into something, to see their visions manifest in such a wonderful way. And tonight is a really good exception and a really good example of what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to be brief. I am a practical speaker, meaning that I love to educate, but more important, I like for you to take away something that you can practice and do. All right, so we were given a great topic, right? Classy and excellent advice to grow your business, presented by Class Management Group. So just to tell you, that is the name of my business, Class Management Group. We have 3 pillars of performance: education, consultation, administration. It looks a little different for all of our clients. And what I tell people is it's an acronym. So Carla Lomack Administrative Services and Support is the name. It's all about, I do a lot of teachings, a lot of speakings, and everything I do is always going to be classy because it's me. All right? So tonight we're going to talk about the concept of growing your business, tagging on to Lisa and some of the practical things. I have a master's in organizational leadership, certified with project management, human resources, all of the gamut, so I can tag right on into what Lisa presented with the growth model. But I'm going to be a lot more practical and much to the point of brief because you guys are getting dessert. But as we are in this new season of spring coming. I think today is actually the first day of spring. Can you believe it? So this is very timely. I like to talk a lot about how as a small business owner, it's a contact sport. And that means that, we have to do a lot of engagement, much like you're doing tonight, networking and meeting others. But it's also just like gardening. You put your hands in it, there's a little dirt, there's a little bit of trial and error in your process and in your journey. And so that's what I want to talk a little bit about tonight when we talk about growth. I'm going to have 5 what I call taps, not just tips, but these are types of action that I like you to practice, right? And so we're going to go through 5 of these. The first one that I'd like to talk about is learning through group experiences. Just like you're here tonight, I tell small business owners that it's important that you grow yourself, that you grow your business, and you're consistently engaging resources to develop your skills and your craft. Every industry has some type of networking group, has some type of business type of industry meeting, and you need to be engaged in those rooms. It's important that you learn through group experiences because we can't always go to a classroom, we can't always sit down, but when we come to events like this, we have an opportunity to learn with others, and we get to talk with our colleagues, we get to make new connections and learn from those experiences, right? Everybody with me? Yes. All right. I was going to say, don't get too cold in the room now. It's not that technical, not that deep, these taps. Okay. The next tap is to build community relationships, which goes right in line with what you're doing tonight, right? You're here in this room. You're building community. You're building connection. And what you want to do is make sure that you're fostering familiarity of your brand and collaborate in these rooms. I was just at a meeting, I think at the SBDC or Jack's Chamber, one of them. But when I was at that meeting, it was amazing that I saw the same group of people that were in the other meeting, in this meeting, and in that meeting. And what you learn is as you go to all of these different meetings, you begin to build a community, right? But you also allow people to get familiar with you and your brand. And you'd be amazed when people see you over and over again. They'll say, you know what, we've seen each other a few times. What is it that you do exactly? And that may lead to new business, right? That's what you hope all the time. But it's important that when you go into these rooms and you're in here, that you're doing it frequently, that you're going in and you're building a brand and familiarity with your connections. All right. So this is a twofer, as I call it, right? So, and I'm reading from my slide for those of you who might not be able to see everything. So, know your supply chain and maintaining a strong relationship with money folks. Who are my money folks in the room? Wave your hand. My bankers, my investors, wave your hand. I know Tiffany is here from Pinnacle, and there's someone from Edward Jones, I believe. So it's important to have these type of connections, and they're in this room even tonight. What I tell people is you can't grow your business if you're not reviewing and changing your pricing models, which is very key that a lot of businesses do not do. I have another client, Miss Alicia Sugar Mama, AKA, yes, making pound cakes, yes. So how many of you know the price of eggs has changed? Okay, so if you baking a cake, how about you need to, that's a part of your supply chain, right? Your materials, right? This is what we have to do as small business owners. We have to make sure, because at the end of the day, a business is only about making money. If you're not making money, the IRS tell you it's a hobby. You know what I mean? So we have to do this as a part of our growth model, and our growth process is to review it and make sure you can be rapidly changing it as the market changes. All right. Tab number 4, be attractive for business. I cannot say this in so many, loud enough voice, but it's important that you have a style and a brand that is attractive for sales. It has to, I always use the example of the slutty vegan. Has anybody heard of the slutty vegan? No, some maybe, yes. Some of you might be turned on, some of you might be like, no, that's not a good name. But the young lady has a business by the name of Slutty Vegan, and I'm sure someone said that's not attractive. You might want to change it. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm telling anyone in the room today. I'm saying that you have to have a brand that is effective for sales, period. I think a lot of times we want to be creative, and when we have a small business, we have a lot of emotional, stake into it. Oh, this is my brand. Class management, it's my name, right? So we have a name that is attached to it. You have a personal stake, but it's important that that brand is also attractive for sales. Okay, last but not least, okay, almost done, y'all. Tab number 5, celebrate small and big success. It's really, I started this presentation out with gratitude, but it's also important that you pour into yourself, that whatever you do, whatever you're taking action to do, daily, weekly, like I said, whatever the pace of your progress is, that you celebrate it. As a solo entrepreneur, as a single member LLC, all of that stuff, when you're very small, it's really challenging to remember to celebrate the small wins. It's going to be hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. We wouldn't have a lot of people doing 9 to 5s. But you have to make sure that you take time to celebrate all of your success. If you just check the emails, maybe you didn't respond to all of them, but at least you got in there and you looked at everything in the inbox. Make sure you celebrate it, right? All right, so what's the common denominator? I'm wrapping up, right? The common denominator is you. You are the common denominator for your business to grow. I always say that you can grow your business if you grow yourself. It is important to remember. I love, like I said, the analogies of growth. And I like to remind everyone that when you have an apple seed, right, there's an apple tree there, and it bears much fruit. And you have to remember that no matter what, that you are the common denominator. You are the seed of your business, and it will grow over time, and it will bear much fruit. Okay? All right, so that's my summary. I have a few little extra takeaways, but I want you to apply all of the tabs. And I put here, behave accordingly, right? But be consistent with your actions. Speak to influence others in a powerful way. And that includes speaking to yourself. You not only want to speak to, when we say, I always say speak to others, but make sure you speak to yourself in a positive way. Because, listen to learn and read to gain information. Leaders are readers. Yes, reading is important. And last but not least, look well at all times to conduct business, being attractive. Make sure you're ready for business, right? Make sure you're ready. Okay, so this is really my closing. I'm done, so you know. So I stick with my, my whole concept here, and it says my seed to sow. I know that, this is the end of the day. You guys are pretty, wrapping up for the day. So I have this affirmation, a little mantra and prayer, a little takeaway that I want to encourage everyone with as you're leaving tonight. And I'm going to read it. Okay? So, good night. The day is done and you can relax. You have done well and deserve a good night's rest. Have big dreams and gain more vision. From the classy CEO, Carla Lomack.
Yeah.
All right. So my takeaway and giveaway to everyone is, again, a seed to sow is a free consultation. If you like talking with me, if you think this is just a bit nice and you like it, please make sure you scan the QR code and you can spend some time with me. We can talk about your business. And I'd love to have a conversation with you and talk more and be encouraging to you. You have something on your table that talks about our classy CEO circles, because that's my other nickname, AKA Carla Lomack, AKA Classy CEO. You can sit down and talk with me. I love to do what we're doing now, over dinner, over a meal, have some conversation about your business. And what's next for us is really exciting. We are doing some things that are really great. We're working in partnership with a lot of different places. We're working now with Beaver Street Enterprise. If you all do not know that, it's our minority incubator here in the city of Jacksonville, but we're also working with the Jack Chamber and some other entities that we can't name because we're working on it in the wraps, but we are very passionate about educating entrepreneurs. And what we love to do is we'd love for you to sign up if you want more information when those classes become available. We're looking at even sponsorship so that when we have them, we can make them available for no charge. So please, if you'd like to, you can scan that. And that is it.
Everybody give it up for Carla Lomack.